Is Nintendo Switch the last Nintendo console you'll ever need to own? There's a lot of stuff going on about it, a lot of information, and we're going to sort a lot of that out right now. Switch was just announced, and with an amazing trailer that showed all of these different ways that you could play it. You can take the little console pieces apart, the joy pads. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. So it looks like they're drawing
Joy-Con, I'm sorry.
Drawing off of the Wii U, where one of the modes that it could be on is the controller with the tablet in the middle, playing with the TV, or putting those together and having like a like a Nintendo 64 controller, or having it separate like a Wii controller. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. So you can have up to 4, it looks like.
Yeah.
And the one thing it seems to have lost is the ability to, you know how we had the second screen with the Wii U? It doesn't seem like they're doing that, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, well, the second screen thing, and I say all of this as a Nintendo fanboy, obviously. The second screen thing seemed kind of like a gimmick. Like they only made use of it every once in a while, and it was more like, oh, you can have a map on there too. But I find myself more often than not using it when I want to play laying down in bed without like my glasses on. And I'm like, I can see everything clearly.
Yeah, and it does look really cool that you can take games that previously were not available portable, like Skyrim on wherever you need to go.
Which is dangerous, because you're not going to play it all the time.
You just sit in the library quietly playing Skyrim. That's what I would do.
Fusruda!
No. Okay, maybe like go hide in the bathroom or something. So it does have a lot of features, including gyroscope, GPS, touchscreen, compass, motion tracking, image recognition, and the ability to project images onto a flat surface or hand. There are some patents out. Those are all according to patents, by the way, not official announcements.
Yeah.
But a patent filed in January and published in August had details including a touch panel, vibration motor, microphone speaker, geomagnetic compass, camera, and GPS receiver. However, there's more. And more interesting, there's a cluster of holes located in the patent picture on one side of the device. It includes an infrared camera, a light-emitting distance measuring sensor, an infrared emitter, and that projector. Yeah.
There's a cluster of holes.
So you can
What? I didn't say anything.
detect motion, shapes, gestures. There's the idea that you can. It could detect what you play rock, paper, scissors with you.
Oh,
and
cool.
Like detect what you're doing with your hand. Other examples of what it could do include steering a car, moving a snake across the screen by moving your hand toward the side of the device, project an image or colors onto a player's hand from the device. Detect what the player is holding in their hands. So maybe you could buy like, I don't know, an amiibo or something. I'm not sure how this works. You could throw a baseball. There's a lot of really cool features from the past decade of gaming crammed into one thing. Most notably, of course, the portable to regular standard console.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, though, a lot of things. Like, for instance, when it's in the holster, does it have more power somehow? Is the holster just a charging holster? Or does it, like, have some kind of graphical capability? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think it all boils down to they're changing back to the cartridge format for the games.
Yeah.
So that way they're able to, it doesn't have to be stable like if it was a disc that was reading or something like that. So it's okay to move it around like a portable console. Nintendo has always been on the forefront of innovation in like the gaming sphere, as opposed like it's not necessarily innovation.
I'm gonna question that.
But like gimmicky things, you know, like they had the pulse reader type of thing. The Wii was very gimmicky when it came out. The Wii U was very gimmicky when it came out. And I say gimmick in a loving way. They're experimenting how people play games. And I think this is Nintendo's answer to virtual reality. Instead of putting something on and being...
So like how PlayStation is going VR, Microsoft is going, looks like AR. They're doing versatility?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that, and like you could go out, play basketball with your friends and then play basketball on the side of the court with them on the Switch.
I mean, this does stick. It does seem to stick with their ethos of being like all for fun, all for this game. You know, I don't know necessarily because we have the PlayStation Pro, we have the Xbox Scorpio. They seem to have higher graphical capability and more support to third parties.
But Nintendo's never been about that.
Yeah.
They've never been about having the best
Well,
graphics.
they've got Skyrim. Though what's weird about that, though, is Bethesda was like, well, we don't really want to say we can do that, but it's there.
Yeah.
It was a really weird statement they released on it.
Yeah, and Nintendo released a statement of like, look, we're partnered with all of these third parties, and who knows if they're gonna keep with it or back out, or what they're gonna be releasing with it.
Yeah, it's just like, ooh. I mean, from a hardware standpoint, it seems like it could handle almost any kind of game aside from the most hardcore keyboard and mouse type PC games. So at least it can handle that. At least it's still an open possibility. There's so much we don't know. Like, how much will this thing cost?
Right.
Will it cost as much as if I were to buy a 3DS and a Wii U together?
Right.
More, less? I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it's too early to tell. And so we've just gotten this one glimpse, and they're promising the moon, and I think that's better, of like, look what we could be capable of, than saying like we're limited by XYZ. I think they always have that optimistic outlook.
All right. Well, I mean, there's still a lot of questions. For instance, could mobile attach? How much is the Miiverse associated? Audience, that speculation is up to you to wildly guess about. What do you think will be on the Nintendo Switch, and what would you like to see there? Where will Nintendo maybe drop the ball, or maybe lift the entire game up higher? Let us know what you think below in the comments. Please like and subscribe for more.